I won a national bodybuilding competition whilst working up to 100 hours a week in investment banking. In this video, I am going to give you the key steps as to how I was able to achieve this. If you're new here, my name is Solomon, also known as the bodybuilding banker. I'm an investment banker by trade and a high performance coach. My mission is to awake the inner champion that lives inside of you. My first tip is going to be meticulously plan your week ahead of time. Notice I said week and not day. If you've ever trained for a bodybuilding competition, you know how draining it can be. And if you have worked in investment banking, you know that you can work upwards of 100 hours a week. Just because I was competing in a bodybuilding competition didn't mean my work was going to take it easy on me, because I'm in a performance-based industry. Here's what I would do. Every Sunday, I would meticulously go through my calendar and decide what outcomes I need to achieve. There's some meetings that I would have that were scheduled for 1 hour, but I would see if I can condense them to 15 minutes because I was more outcome focused. When you are outcome focused, your brain is like a heat-seeking missile. It focuses on the outcome, and that should inform the activities. When it came to training, I would block out periods of time that I know I could focus on the gym. So I'd always recommend you speak to your managers so that they know where you will be at all times, because you need to be available. Because I was able to schedule time beforehand, I tended to be productive. Why? Because I didn't have any time to waste. Each part of my day had been planned for, and I used every pocket of time to achieve the outcome. There were times where I was caught up on calls or working on multiple high-intense, high-pressure projects, so I didn't have time to go for the gym. But because I had already planned to go to the gym, I had my gym kit with me. So when it came to that decision, despite working 12 or even 16 hours a day and I was extremely tired, I was able to keep to my promise because I didn't have that resistance. It was a lot easier to follow through because I was outcome focused. I wasn't focused on my feelings. Because if you're focused on how you feel, your feelings will dictate the life you live. I always say, you can't put diesel in a petrol car. You can train extremely hard, but you won't achieve the body and physique you desire to achieve if you don't have the right diet and nutrition. And I'll actually show you two photos side by side where I was eating the same amount of calories, but they had a different macronutrient profile. Every single Sunday, I would spend all my time cooking all my protein in bulk. Protein is usually the most expensive things to buy. Protein is great because it keeps you full, also helps you build the muscle. And it's especially critical before and after your workout. Thirdly, your body burns the most calories when consuming protein. Whilst I'm sitting on my screens, crunching numbers away, my body is constantly burning calories because I'm consuming the right level of protein for my body weight. If you need any support on the protein levels or macronutrients to help you achieve any of your goals, sign up to my channel here and join the hundreds of busy professionals I've helped to get in elite shape despite living busy lives. Pick your carbs wisely. A lot of people demonize carbs, but carbs are good if you know how to use them. And there are two main different carbs. They're high glycemic carbs and low glycemic carbs. High glycemic carbs are just carbs that quickly convert into glucose. Glucose is your energy source. Say if I was going to gym and I wanted a quick burst of energy, I would have a high glycemic carb like a banana. Why? Because it quickly converts into glucose and my body can use that fuel as energy to power me through the workout. Say if I'm in the office, I'm crunching away and it's a rest day and I'm hungry, I will go for a low glycemic carb. Gives me energy, but gradually over the day. You should also pick your fats wisely. There are healthy fats and there are unhealthy fats. During my rest days, I usually have a higher amount of fats relative to carbs because I know I'm going to be sedentary. I won't require as much energy throughout the day. My favorite sources include fish such as salmon and tilapia, or mince. These healthy fats would keep me full throughout the day, so I don't need to rely on carbs to energize me, and it would keep me burning calories. Automate your decision-making process to avoid less stress. We all have willpower. Some of us have more and some of us have less. As we go throughout the day, the more decisions we make, the more it dissipates at our willpower. That is why I make my hardest and most strategic decisions the night before. I decide what I'm going to eat. I decide what my MVP or my most valuable priorities are, because where focus goes, energy flows. Because your brain is like a heat-seeking missile. The more clarity you have, the more locked in it's on its target, and then there's less resistance for you to achieve your goals. Here's a tip I have for you. Whenever you're making a decision, ask yourself, is this going to move me closer to my long-term objective? This is going to help you to quickly decide what is important versus what is urgent. If you're someone who works in any busy profession or you have a business, everything seems urgent, but you need to understand what is important, what is going to move you closer to your goal, what's actually going to move the needle. When you're able to ask those questions, you reverse engineer from the desired outcome you look to achieve, and then you're able to make decisions and work on things that actually move you closer to where you want to be.